Welcome back. Moving on to the other big talking point, and of course, as the elections in West Bengal approach closer, there is more and more drama that is unfolding every single day. Already fast-paced developments, and clearly there seems to be some trouble brewing within Mamata Banerjee's party, the TMC. Now, in the last 2 days, some very big names have abandoned Mamata and her party, including Suvendu Adhikari. Suvendu Adhikari, for those of you who don't know, was an MLA from Nandigram. He's now quit the TMC. He's a close aide of Mamata Banerjee, quite instrumental on when the agitation, the Nandigram agitation took place over 10 years ago. One of the reasons that propelled Mamata Banerjee to power, and since then it's been 10 years that she's been in power. He has now quit. Then there is Jitendra Tiwari, also an MLA of the TMC, who's also now quit the party. Silbhadra Datta, the Barakpur MLA, quit the TMC. Dulal Mandal, one of the other senior leaders of the Trinamool, who's also quit this party. There are a few more party members and workers. In fact, even the TMC minority cell head, the General Secretary, Kabirul Islam, has also abandoned ship. What's going on? All of this coming close in the heels of Amit Shah's visit to West Bengal. Not his first, he's already made a couple of trips, one in the recent past itself to West Bengal. The BJP has made it very clear this is their next big mission, their next big target, and they're going to put up a very tough challenge for the TMC. Now, the TMC, apart from facing a 10-year anti-incumbency, is now obviously facing a problem within its own party. Will they be able to get their house in order in order to take on a challenger like the BJP? That's the big question I'm going to be asking our panelists this evening. Let me say good evening to Tausif Khan, advocate and political analyst. He's a TMC supporter. Mr. Sunit Chopra, leader of the CPIM. Mr. Tuhin Sinha, leader of the BJP. Tausif, I want to start off with you. What's going on? Series of resignations just this week, and not the first that we've seen.
Well, I agree with you, and I also asked this question. What's going on with the people who are jumping the ship? Is this a politics of opportunism, or is this a threat that they are giving into, the threat that given by the BJP side that you will either sit in jail or at house? So I don't know. Perhaps it is, this question is deserves an answer from all the leaders who are quitting, and also from BJP, who till yesterday blamed these people of corruption, of high-handedness of killing their own party worker. So today they are now embracing the Trinamool leaders with open arms. I don't know what's going on. Is there, does politics, the basic reason for anyone to join politics is public service. Today, public service is out of the picture, and it is now self-service. That's what it seems like. Do they not believe in any ideology? Do they not have a sense of public duty, have a sense of accountability towards people? Can they just change party just like the season changes? I don't understand what is going on in the political landscape of West Bengal. And is this really a threat, or is this driven by some kind of a fear, or is this driven by some kind of a self-interest?
Maybe they know what's coming, Tausif Khan, and that's the end of the TMC term.
No, I don't think so. I'll tell you. I'll give you my reason. BJP will ultimately not win Bengal. The reason being, they are insulting the Bengali icons. They are asking that, and I'm giving you the name, the top BJP leader, Subramaniam Swamy, recently said, change the Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram, the national anthem written by Rabindranath Tagore. He regards himself, the BJP leader regards himself of intellect higher than Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore is an icon, Bengali icon, of world renowned, and is a Nobel laureate. Talk about Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Amit Shah ji came to Bengal, visited Calcutta in 2019, and his bust was broken. Talk about Birsa Munda. It was an anonymous statue, and they garlanded it, thinking of it and calling it as a Birsa Munda statue. BJP has a complete disconnect with Bengali Bhodro Lok culture, the Bengali inclusive culture. They have no idea about the past and the Bengali icons and what they have taught to the people of Bengal. Yet they want to form a government in Bengal, and for that purpose, they are now threatening the leaders of the other of the
Okay,
opponent's camp and allowing them to join them.
let me get to Enzina to come in here to Enzina. What's going on within the Mamata camp and respond to what Tausif Khan is saying, that you're not going to win these elections if you keep insulting the icons like this?
Well, there is a saying in Hindi, जब पाप का घड़ा भर जाता है तो फूटने लगता है. And this is precisely what you see happening in Bengal today. The land of Rabindranath Tagore, Subhash Chandra Bose, Ishwar and Vidyasagar has seen unthinkable decline under the chief ministership of Mamata Banerjee. From industrial slowdown to unprecedented migration to other states because of unemployment to a complete assault on democracy. In the last 7 years, 200 BJP workers have been killed in some form or the other. Some of them, have been, in fact, they have been killed so cleverly, astutely, that, their bodies have been hung after being killed to be shown as suicide. Mamata Banerjee's party is an undemocratic party. The moment they see a siege in Bengal, they see BJP making inroads, they start calling other state people outsiders. I've been on other debates where they say outsiders from Bengal are trying to make inroads into Bengal. Now, is this your idea of federalism? Is this your idea of democracy? You don't implement a scheme like Ayushman Bharat, which is solely meant to benefit the poor just because you want to score brownie points with the center. You are anti-poor, you are anti-democratic, and I'm glad the rate at which TMC workers are leaving Mamata Banerjee by the time April comes. On the eve of elections, I'm afraid only her family members will be a part of TMC, apart from, of course, some of the illegal migrants whom she has settled in Bengal and some of the Tollywood stars. That is what the status of TMC today is, and BJP is all, and you ask anybody on the ground today, BJP is set for a grand victory. At least 200 seats out of 294 is what we see happening for us at this point of time.
Okay, let me get in Sunit Chopra on this as well. Mr. Chopra, and this is not a new problem. Of course, this is a big setback for Mamata Banerjee, with one of her key aides, somebody who has a very good, hold on East Midnapur and surrounding constituencies now jumping ship. But before 2019 elections as well, many of the big names abandoned her and moved to the other side, to the BJP. What's going on?
Well, I think we are overestimating what is happening because if you know, they have well over 200 MLAs in the present assembly. So 4, 5, 10, 15 even go. It's the old story that when there is a pigeon that is hungry, it will go from one pigeon coop to another. So that problem is not something serious in Bengal because the Bengali people are very conscious and they are not going to play this game of this man and that man, I follow so-and-so, I don't follow so-and-so. I don't think that will be. The other thing is that Bengal is quite used to defeating people who may have got involved in violence unnecessarily. This has been happening from the time of the Hindu Mahasabha. And we saw that even after the murder of Mahatma Gandhi, nobody looked towards the BJP for anything. Even Shyama Prasad Mukherjee joined Nehru's cabinet. So my point is, the people of Bengal do not like violence, And they certainly don't like
Mr.
this
Sunil
kind
Chopra,
of violence that
I know
we are
you're giving me
seeing.
an example from the time of Mahatma Gandhi, but I mean, unless
Can I
you've forgotten
make
what
a
happened
quick
during
rebuttal?
left terms, I don't know what you're talking about. There's been enough and more violence and the worst kind of
I'll tell
political
you about the
violence
left.
that we've seen.
Let me tell you about the left. Let me tell you about the left. Don't say left vaguely. It was the Naxalites after Charu Mazumdar who stated very clearly that individual annihilation is what they wanted. And that individual annihilation gave Dharamvira the chance of actually trying to eliminate them physically. And more or less he did. Naxalbari was a very important, imaginative thing for the people. But once that violence came out, the people of Bengal rejected them. So irrespective of the color of the flag,
Can I make a
if
quick
violence
point?
comes on like that, and you are not the victim, then you are going to be in trouble. And that is why the BJP is trying to play the victim, because they know that Bengal will not like a violent element that is not the victim.
Okay, Tuhin Sinha wants to respond to that.
First of all, I really enjoy the denial which Mr. Chopra is in. He says TMC has 200 MLAs, so how can BJP make inroads? I want to remind him that in UP, on the eve of 2017 elections, the BJP had not been in power in Uttar Pradesh for 20 years, and we had barely a little over 50 MLAs. What did we eventually get? 325 MLAs. Here,
But that's a large number.
Mamata Banerjee's party.
You don't have the
crumbling.
50 now.
Here, Mamata Banerjee's party is crumbling.
Don't
There is
fool
no
us,
other
and certainly
alternative.
don't fool yourself. You're in for a shock.
Well, Mister, you have a right to fool yourself. Please go ahead and do that. I'm not. So anyway, Mamata Banerjee's party is today crumbling, and in fact, the same. If you closely follow the politics of Bengal, Tanvi, she did the same to left parties. The left parties
Correct.
in 2000, 2008, 2009. I mean, almost
Not at
10
all.
blocks the left
You have
parties
just
collapsed.
you have
and came
just
over to
seen the
TMC,
farmers'
and this
agitation
is
in Bengal
precisely
3
what
days
is
ago.
happening in Bengal today.
There was the farmers' agitation
People
in Bengal 3 days
don't
ago,
want a
and it
chief
was
minister
massive.
who is constantly at loggerhead for the center
They
for
don't
no rhyme or
want a
reason.
prime minister who
Central
allows
schemes.
the people who grow
Is
the
that the
food
reason
for
why they
India
gave
to die
303
daily, and he
Is
will
that
not
the- is
even
that
No,
the
no,
go to
one
reason
minute,
why
one
they
minute,
have
one minute. I
303?
think the
arrogance
point,
is
Mr.
going
Sunil
to
Chopra,
If you
and
want
I wanted
remain
to
in
say this
denial,
as
that's
well.
your choice.
The
I
point that
can't stop
Tuhin
you
is
from being in
making
denial.
is that I think nobody can deny the kind of violence that we saw during the left's term, the left regime. Everybody remembers the
You have
face-off,
forgotten
the
Dharamvira's
face-off and the
governorship.
violence that unfolded, and
You
that
have
what it
forgotten
took for Mamata
Dharamvira's
Banerjee
governorship.
to even rise up the ranks and to come to power. Nandigram was one, but there was otherwise a very,
Not
very
at all.
bloody series of violent acts that took place between
Not
the two sides.
at all.
And it's just getting worse and worse. Let's not say this is new to
You
West
have
Bengal.
to
I think Tausif
understand
will also
the-
agree to that.
You have to understand the way in which Dharamvira's governorship destroyed the youth of Bengal. You don't remember all that, of course.
Mr. Chopra is in
And
a
I
time
can tell
warp.
you
He
that
has a
the
right to
governor
be.
before Dharamvira had to resign because he said that this was something worse than he had seen ever. That's why he resigned and Dharamvira came.
So what's
I know.
going on now?
So, I know that. I have seen the beginning of the food movement in Bengal, and I've seen the violence that occurred.
Okay, I want to
in
move on to
killing
another
more than
conversation point. This is going to
130
get also a big talking point, a big issue of confrontation on both sides, and a very significant part of their strategy for the TMC and the BJP. And that, Tausif Khan, is the appeasement and appeasement politics. And what Mamata Banerjee has, done for so many years. The BJP is now going to come and cash in on that and start off with their style of politics that everybody knows how that works.
No,
Has Mamata Banerjee crossed the line with
It
her
doesn't.
appeasement?
No. Mamata Banerjee, BJP accuses her of doing an appeasement politics with minority. but BJP only tells the half side of the truth. The other side is that Mamata Banerjee has also been giving money and cash amount to the Durga Puja Pandal and to Purohit. They don't talk about that, but people on ground, there are thousands of clubs who have received grants from government for the Durga Puja. People know it. So ultimately, it is the people who are going to decide. See, on TV, BJP media cell may run a propaganda. That is fine. But the people of Bengal, if today, very recently, a survey was conducted. In that survey, it was found that if election is to be held this month, Mamata Banerjee is coming to power with full majority, because people are not upset with Mamata Banerjee per se. People may be upset with some of her leaders.
You
But
mean to say
people
you
do
mean
not have
to
a
say
problem with Mamata Banerjee.
people don't
Can
see it when
BJP
Mamata Banerjee's timing curtailments for Durga Puja are a lot more than what it is for Muharram? When there are different set of rules for different kinds of festivals, you mean to say people don't see that as an appeasement?
No, this is the side, this is the version of BJP media cell. This is a propaganda. On ground, I am saying, if you speak with people, if you mingle with people, they will say that they want Mamata Banerjee as the chief minister. So, a biggest challenge for BJP is to present an alternate face, a face who can claim the stake to be a chief minister of West Bengal. But BJP do not have that. BJP does not have that. BJP cannot present any. There is no alternate. The charisma, the taller leader, the mass leader that Mamata Banerjee is, remains undefeated, remains unchallenged. And she is holding the fort.
Okay.
And she
Okay, so
can replace
Tuhin needs to respond on both the aspects. One is the kind of communalization that we will see going into these elections, Tuhin Sinha. And two, is it going to be Prime Minister Modi's face versus Mamata Banerjee?
First of all, I'm very glad that my friend Tausif has actually confirmed that Mamata Banerjee follows the politics of Tipu Sultan. He says she makes donations to Durga Puja Pandals. Let me complete. You made my point. That is precisely what Tipu Sultan used to do after killing Hindus. To present a political correctness or political rectitude, he would donate funds to temples after killing Hindus. Now, I want to remind you of an incident in 2018 September in Islampur. And Tausif, I'm sure you remember about it. This is an incident from Islampur in North Dinajpur district, where two students who were protesting because the school was supposed to hire Sanskrit teachers, but instead Urdu teachers were appointed. Those two students were killed in police firing. Is that the nature of politics that you have given to Bengal? Is that the nature of democracy? We all know that during Durga Pujas, whenever Durga Puja procession, the Dashera procession has coincided with the Muharram procession, there has been a different rule, and the Durga and the Muharram procession has been chosen or preferred by Mamata Banerjee over the Dashera procession. And we all know of the riots in Bashirhat.
You have killed 21 farmers. What about that?
Where illegal migrants were at the forefront of these clashes, and they were given a free run till obviously, the situation went out of control. So anyway, you can talk to people on the street, and
there is nothing like illegal migrants. We have come across it.
They will always tell you Mamata is winning because they are TMC supporters. But I can tell you for a fact that if you will be lucky to touch the figure of 100 seats in the assembly elections in the forthcoming election,
it will still give you a majority.
BJP may live in their own world. We don't have any objection at all. They may
but Tausif, it's not about BJP living in its own world. They are chipping away at at your party. They're pulling out your party's strong members. You cannot undermine and underscore the importance that somebody like Mr. Adhikari had for your party.
Okay, let me ask this question to BJP.
They failed.
They may have been able to
Rajasthan.
get some of the Trinamool MLAs, but does that mean that MLA shifting towards BJP also means votes shifting towards BJP? Because people have voted in the name of Mamata Banerjee. And Mamata Banerjee has always been the face of the party. She has gone to each constituency and has told people that I am your contender. I am your MLA. I am contesting from this constituency. You vote in my name. That has been the USP of Trinamool party. So as long as Mamata Banerjee remains with Trinamool, there is no threat to Trinamool at all.
Okay,
At all.
okay. TMC supporter here backing on only and only Mamata Banerjee and nobody else needed. Everybody else can go to BJP if they want. I don't know if anybody is
And the
actually going to the
BJP is
left
backing
parties
on
as well.
Modi. BJP is backing on Modi and Shah.
It's worked for them. It's worked for them many
BJP
times
is
when they've
backing
not
on
had a
Modi and Shah.
dictatorial face.
And they failed in Bihar, a Hindi state.
No, I mean,
Mr. Sunil Chopra, they still managed to form the
Mr.
government
Chopra
this way or
lived
that
in the
way in
past.
Bihar. Completely out of
Chopra-
time. But we're going to have many more of these conversations. It's just about begun as far as West Bengal politics is concerned. Several months away, the election season. But you can already see how various parties are gearing up. It's going to be a very, very interesting contest between the BJP and the TMC. And we'll watch closely. But it cannot be denied right now that Mamata Banerjee has a tough task at hand to first get her own house in order, to first ensure that in her army, her generals are still loyal to her before she takes on her enemy. Thank you so much for joining us on this conversation.